Carvana is finally starting to go. I've been in this thing for a month now. It's right where it topped out back in January. Or early February, that is. How do I handle the gap up? I moved up my stop a little bit. I may even add, if it holds, I may even add on my Carvana. OMG, this NA skyrocketing. That's a lot of hyperboles for a 10% move in a microcap stock. OMG, this PEP is skyrocketing, yeah. 0.02%, yep. Looks like everything digesting well since yesterday's little pullback day. Things are finding support on their rising 10-day moving averages. Yeah, this Ionic is looking interesting. The hottest, or one of the hottest sectors right now. AI and quantum computing. AI is just a fad? Okay, alright. Sure, it's just a fad. I think you should try it out a little bit. I think you should try it out. There's a reason like 100 million people signed up to ChatGPT in the first few months. Just a fad. That was the dumbest thing ever. Except like hundreds of millions of people are already using all these AI services daily, like literally daily. It's already upending some businesses, like Chegg, for example. Like this thing is gonna be obsolete. This happened to the AI. They're done. They're smoked. And you know, guys, you have to think about it. AI right now is the worst it's ever gonna be. And it's already pretty damn good. It's not perfect, but it's pretty damn good. Yeah, Sophie was a huge miss. I didn't understand what... I saw the news, like when they gapped up this day on the debt ceiling thingy. But I really didn't understand how big this was for Sophie. I really didn't. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like every time something new, people are, you know, oh, it's just a fad. It's you know, same thing with electric cars like 10 years ago. People were laughing at the Teslas, right? They saw the first Tesla like, it's just a fad. It's always like that. Every time, you know, same thing with the smartphone. Like when iPhone was released, people were laughing at it. But I don't understand, how can something be a fad when hundreds of millions of people are already using it, like daily? And this is just the start. And it's just gonna get better from here. So how can something like that be a fad? It's not like it's a niche product some weirdos are using, like crypto. No. But people all around the world in different businesses are using it. Exactly, it's already changing our world. How can it be a fad? Doesn't even make any sense. Like you could make an argument that the new Apple headset goggles are a fad because pretty much no one is using it. It's a really new product. No one is really using it, and there's really not much use cases for it yet. And maybe there will never be. Now that could be argued, oh, that could be a fad. Yeah, it is pretty impressive. It's probably one of the most impressive pieces of hardware ever. If you look at the specs on the thing, it's crazy. But again, like, is it ever gonna be anything other than a niche product? I don't know. CXAI. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of flagging. I don't really see anything. Guys, anyone got this GitLab and Samsara EPs? These are my most recent EP trades. GitLab 2 days ago and Samsara IoT, what is it, 3 days ago? These were really picture perfect. Oh, Yext also, yeah. Yeah, my girlfriend got this one. This one had huge volume. Enormous volume. Look at the volume. It's exactly what you want to see. But I passed on it since it's kind of a thin for me. It's too thin for me. if I entered GitLab after hours, no. I entered it near the open or midday when it took out the opening range highs. I think it dipped at first and then it kind of, yeah, exactly. It dipped and then it started taking out the highs midday. That's where I bought it. It's hasn't really gone much yet. Ford. I mean, it's a very slow stock. I don't really see anything here. Oh, Carvana is nearing highs of the day. Fuck it, I added to it. This is the one that could double in the next few weeks. You know, I've seen this one. This is the exact right market for it too. We're in a uptrending market. I could do an EP swing school. I mean, I've been doing EP swing school pretty much every stream. I did a little EP swing school like a couple of weeks ago. But it's not, you know, like, guys, I'm gonna show you a scan. Like, if you want to study EPs, where is it? Let's see. Here. So this scan, right? So this scan up X% within Y days. So pretty much you can look at, let's say, the last 22 days, trading days, which is the last month. So this scans for, you can obviously change the numbers. But this scan looks at stocks that were up 50% inside of 22 trading days, aka 1 month, within the past 2 months. But you can change it to say, I don't know, 88. That's past 4 months, right? Or 110, that's like the past 5 months. And the volume is, what is it, 1 million? Yeah. And let's see, how this, wait, what happened here? Copy to, and you get 205 results. So 205 stocks up at least 50% in 1 month in the past 5 months, right? And you can just look at, you know, potential EPs, you know, here, EP, high volume, didn't make a big move. And not all of these will have EPs, but many of these will have EPs, like LZ, right? Had an EP like 2 months ago or 1 month ago, right? Nice follow through. You know, something like NUVL, this thing had an EP here, but it never really worked out. And you could just go through the list and you can go back even more. You can change these parameters however you want. You can look for stocks that are up 100% in 2 weeks or in the past 1 year or whatever, yeah, right? And you can just start studying them. Look at which ones, you know, what kind of news, what kind of volume did they have? And you will learn for yourself. You need to do the work yourselves, guys. Look at, you know, what kind of entry method would have been the best? What kind of exit method would have been the best? Is it best to sell into strength after 3 to 5 days? Or is it best to sell some into strength and then trail the rest with the 10 or the 20 moving average? You need to do it yourself. You'll never have conviction if you just take someone's word for it. It's not about being perfect. It's about building conviction in your own skills, right? Because people are always saying, "Oh, how can you help me prevent selling too early?" Someone said in the chat. Well, actually, I can't. You can by studying stocks, by studying these setups. And after you've gone through, say, 500 setups, and you convince yourself, hey, whoa, this moving average or that moving average, or selling after 3 to 5 days or whatever is the best method most of the time, well, then you won't have a problem anymore by selling too early. You need to build the skills yourself. I'm just here to give you some ideas with what type of, you know, things work in the market, but you need to put your own personal flavor on it. Like my girlfriend sold APLD yesterday. I gave her a lot of shit for it. Why do you sell it? It never closed below the 10-day. Why the fuck do you sell it? Because she panicked, right? She thought it was gonna go down again, but no. Now it's a little bit lower, but it still hasn't, closed below the 10-day. There's no need to sell it. XP, what's that? Oh, it's just the index ad. I never trade these. And also it had a big run up past month. I don't think you have much of an edge here. I never trade these index editions. I never trade things with buyout rumors or, index editions or, stuff like that. I never do it. I have no edge doing that. Interesting. Russell is super weak today. Yesterday it was super strong. And Qs are kind of okay today. And yesterday they were really weak. Mara, yeah, but the problem is crypto is lagging. Bitcoin and all the cryptos, they've been lagging the recent market move. Yeah, I mean, I think we need a pullback, especially like in the Nasdaq, or not necessarily a pullback, but such a sideways. Get the move, so the moving averages can catch up to 20 and maybe even the 50. It's not a bad thing. I mean, we're straight up. It's hard to believe, but QQQs are up like 37, or we're up like 37% or something like that until yesterday. It's a pretty big move, but it's only a few stocks that have been driving this move. Like the top 5 or 7 stocks. If it wasn't for them, the rest of the Nasdaq names are like flat on the year. And I think S&P 500 would be slightly down for the year if it wasn't for the top 5 stocks, 5 or 7 stocks. But we did see Russell wake up about 4 days ago, so that's good. That means more stocks are participating. Which means more opportunities. IoT 6-star EP, no. It was a solid 4-star. I wouldn't even call it a 5-star. It was a solid 4-star EP. Had a base, a longer term base, had higher lows going into it, gapped up, had big volume, decent earnings, money losing, high revenue growth software name. Nothing more to say there. Market liked it, and it had some follow through, and hopefully it goes to 35.40 eventually. I don't know. Oh, BA, I haven't looked at BA. I remember when it went up back here, straight up, and now it's trying to break out. CEO bought here $4 million worth of stock. Not a bad pie point. It's almost like he knew there was gonna be some good things happening with the company. Did I say bad things? I meant good things. I don't know if I said bad things or good things. I meant good things anyways. Like, I think a lot of these moves are just getting started. Like QBTS. Usually what happens with, these micro nano cap names, they get this one volume pop and then the volume just completely dies off. But this thing has consistently high volume every single day. Every single day. I think some of these things are just getting started. RGTI. It's like AI. It had the big move back in January. Then it kind of, went sideways and had one more pop. But the volume never went away. The volume was always there. The interest was always there. Because what usually happens, like happened with GSIT, it had huge volume and the volume kind of died off. And it still hasn't, it's still higher than it was like a month ago, but some of these have like consistently high volume, RGTI and QPTS. And there's several of these quantum names that haven't gone. RGT is a strong company. Well, considering it was at 37 cents like a month ago, I doubt their business is any good, since they were priced for bankruptcy. But the stock is pretty strong, yes. Company, not so much. Yeah, RGTI, you know, these are very small. I have them in my tax-free accounts. Because these are the ones that can, you know, double, triple, quadruple, 5, 10 bagger potential eventually. So you don't need to do like big positions. Yeah, Ionic, I'm waiting for a buy point. That's the leading quantum computing name. Yes, it's in Pareto. Well, I think it's pretty shit. The commissions are huge, but you know, it's better than nothing, right? And the platform is really bad. And what is it called? What's the platform called? Infront. It's totally a piece of shit. I don't like it at all. Infront is gigachunk? Yeah. That's what I wanted to say, but I didn't find the words for it. FFIE. Oh boy. Yeah. What's the Mullen doing? This piece of shit. These are the hangovers from 2020, 2021. Down like what, 99.9%? Yeah, Nicola. Yeah, Workhorse too. Yeah, Workhorse. Oh boy. I think I even watched the live presentation. I think it was Workhorse. They have this electric pickup truck or whatever. Pence was there speaking and praying and things like that. Good times. Yext, interesting as an EP. Yeah, yesterday. My girlfriend bought it. I passed on it. Yext was probably 5-star. It had a base. It's been building higher lows for a while. Had huge volume. It's you know, pumped as an AI play. I don't know if they have anything to do with AI, but people call it an AI play, so I'll just go with it. I have no idea. And it had the biggest volume ever yesterday, so that makes it 5-star. Hard to... Yeah, that's the point. You have to be quick. You can't sit there and, you know, buy it after an hour. You have to be quick. Most EPs, you will have to enter in the first, say, 3 to 10 minutes. That's the window you will have. And you know, yeah, some you can enter after half an hour or 2 hours or something like that. Like, you know, GitLab, that one I entered like an hour after open or something like that. But most of them, most of the good ones, you have to enter in the first, say, yeah, 3 to 10 minutes. If you're not prepared, it wasn't fast. Yext is just a normal EP. It wasn't too fast. It's the thing is you were too slow. That's the problem. A good EP going straight up, that's just normal. First 3 to 10 seconds? What the hell are you guys talking about? I mean, you had plenty, you know, yeah, I mean, this one... Oh, Carvana. Shit. You know, you could have entered after the first few minutes when the volume was obvious. Like, you got this 300, almost 400,000 1-minute volume bar. And then you can check the average daily volume, which is like 1 million or something. By that time, you knew the volume was gonna be absolutely huge on the day. That was the tell. How was the Monaco Grand Prix? Pretty decent. Like, I'm not even that interested in it. In Formula 1. But it's nice to get away from home. Travel a little bit. Eat different food. Stuff like that. Exactly. In the yacht club. Great view of the track. And good food too. How was the casino? I don't visit casinos. Casinos are for losers, unless you own the casino. You call bullshit? What do you call bullshit on? Pretty much, you know, green zones. That's when you take on new positions, right? And the black zones, that's what you know, those you don't trade. Even if it looks good, you don't trade. Like look at most of last year. The opportunities were short. There was a good rally during the summer that peaked with the BBBY. When PBBY topped, that's when it peaked. And this is, it's not perfect, but it's gonna keep you in 80% of the good times and keep you out of the market 80% of the bad times. So it's good enough. There are probably better things out there. You know, you can use breadth, and you can, you know, Stockbee has his market monitor and whatnot, but this is good enough. Look at 2008, for example. I'm gonna show you. You see this during this crash phase? You see this? You would have missed all of the crash. Here too, early 2008 when the market went down. You know, you would be in cash. You caught the rally. You would have stayed out of this pullback, caught this rally. You would have stayed out of the market crash. And then there was a little bit of chop, and then a new bull market started, right? So, and that's the whole point. It catches most of the good times and it misses both of the bad times. And the indicator is called Chill-Lax Moving Averages. Or just, you know, search for Chill-Lax and indicators. Chill, I think it's 3 L's. Chill-Lax, yeah. Moving averages with Quallmaggie colors. He color coded them. Now, obviously, if you're a day trader and, you know, you short and stuff like that, you know, you can do those types of trades even when the indicator is not green. But that's, you know, strictly if you trade like swing trade on the long side, you know, you trade breakouts and episodic pivots and stuff like that. Yeah, another one. That's been the trend this past earnings season. Even the ones that blow up on earnings, they kind of come all the way back. Like Snow was the same thing. I think, was it Snapchat? Yeah, Snapchat, the same thing. They blow up on earnings and then they come back. Same thing is happening now with Sentinel-1. Yeah, sentiment is still not great. People are still very, very skeptical. Yet we've been in a bull market for the past 8 months. But I get it. Like if you weren't in the big 5-7 stocks, like the ones, the FNGU ones, the ones that are in this triple ETF, like the big ones, the mega caps, I get it. Like your portfolio is probably not doing very well. Yext ADR almost lower than my IQ. What? ADR 4.9? I mean, that's good. 4.9 is that's okay. Yeah, FNGU, you can trade it if you have an interactive. No, maybe you can't. Yeah, I can trade it with my US account, but yeah, I think if you have a European account, you can't trade ETFs anymore. It sucks. You need to have a professional account, then you can do it. Like if you have Interactive Brokers and you kind of convert it to like a professional account, I think then you can trade ETFs from Europe, US ETFs. Correct me if I'm wrong. I think you can do it. I don't use IB anymore. Yeah. What do you need to convert it to a professional account? What do you need to do? Like, what's the threshold? Do you need to have a certain dollar amount, or if you go pro? Oh, you can trade ETFs from Pareto. Really? $500,000? Okay. 1 million? Oh, they ask you for credentials. So you can go, okay. Can you short ETFs from Pareto? Or even, you know, short regular US stocks? I don't think you can. You can just say you're a pro, you pay more for market data, but that's not a problem. Oh, you can't short in ESCO, okay. You need a margin account to short at IB, yes. You need a margin account to short at any US broker. Move to USA? No. I'm gonna move more and more of my trading to Pareto, I think, because I'm tired of paying taxes. Paying way too much in taxes. Okay, if Carvana goes to 60 this summer, I'm gonna shard this thing for a week. Why not, guys? 3 million per week plus expenses. So I have to pay fuel and stuff too, right? It's nice. Sharded this one and I'll bring 50 subscribers. No, 11, 20, 24. Hey guys, I'm gonna bring 24 of you paid free subscribers with me. What do you think? Yeah, that's funny. It's a 55 crew, 25 guests. What the fuck do these 55 people do? Really? What do they do? Yeah, 3,210,000. That would be pretty epic. But only for the paid free subscribers, guys. Harbor fees, 10% tips. I have to tip too? Holy fuck. Carvana 100 million volume? No. Let's see. Oh yeah, actually the volume is accelerating because I'm comparing to the day here when the move started, early May. But it could have 100 million volume day, definitely. Because it's huge. Let's compare to the days it had here, early February. The volume is not as high, so it's not gonna have as high volume as this day. But yeah, it could have 100 million. I'm thinking very high double digits is possible, definitely. Like 80, 90 million range. Maybe even 100. My biggest position ever, it was UCO when it broke out late May last year. That was like, I think I had like a $25 million position or something like that. That's my biggest individual position ever, I think. Or was it 30 million? Alright guys, I'm gonna cut the stream now. Thanks for joining. Maybe see you tomorrow.